you that needed validation and the version of you who has risen above it. They come back because they are pulled, not by your words, not by your pleading, but by the magnetic force of your growth. When you stop calling, when you stop trying to explain yourself endlessly, when you stop justifying why you deserve their time and attention, something remarkable happens. You reclaim your power. You remind yourself that you are whole, even in their absence. And that is when they start to feel the loss. See, when a man leaves, he often believes you'll be waiting. He expects the door to remain open, the light to remain on, and your heart to remain available. He imagines that your world will orbit around his absence, that you'll crumble without him. But when you refuse to fall apart, when you stand tall in your silence, he is forced to confront a truth he never anticipated. You were never dependent on him for survival. That reality unsettles him. It awakens a curiosity. It stirs something inside him that whispers, "Did I underestimate her? Did I lose someone extraordinary?" Men return after no contact because silence speaks louder than anything you could ever say. Words can be ignored. Messages can be left unread. Calls can be declined. But silence cannot be denied. Silence creates a void that echoes. It leaves him alone with his thoughts, his regrets, his memories. It forces him to replay your laughter, the warmth of your presence, the way you made him feel seen in a world that constantly overlooks him. And when those memories creep in at night, when pride starts to feel empty, when ego begins to fade, that's when the longing begins to burn. But it's not just about missing you. It's about realizing the difference between what he thought he had and what he actually lost. A man may walk away believing he can replace you, that another face, another voice, another body will fill the space you once occupied. But over time he learns that connection cannot be duplicated, that authenticity cannot be faked, and that the way you carried yourself is not something easily found again. That's when he begins to see you differently, not as the woman he left, but as the woman he cannot forget. No contact transforms you. It sharpens your focus. It shifts your energy inward. Instead of chasing someone who chose distance, you choose to invest in yourself. You start to glow differently. Your confidence becomes visible. You laugh with freedom. You move with purpose. You shine with resilience. And that transformation does not go unnoticed. He may try to ignore it at first, but eventually it strikes him. The woman he walked away from has evolved into someone even more captivating. He comes back not because you begged, but because you became undeniable. There is also a truth that many men do not admit. They test boundaries. They want to see if your love is unconditional, if your patience is infinite, if your self-worth bends for them. But when you step into no contact, you send a message without ever uttering a word. My love is strong, but it is not desperate. My heart is open, but it is not foolish. My time is valuable, and I will not waste it on someone who cannot recognize it. That message pierces deeper than any confrontation could. It teaches him that your silence is not punishment. It is a standard. And men, whether they admit it or not, are drawn to standards. Why do men return after no contact? Because in your absence, they are forced to meet themselves. They face the emptiness they thought freedom would fill. They feel the loneliness they thought other options would cure. They discover that walking away was easier than living without the fire you brought into their life. And that realization pushes them back toward you. Not always with clarity, not always with growth, but always with recognition that you are not easily replaced. Sometimes they come back out of guilt, sometimes out of curiosity, sometimes out of genuine love rediscovered. But the reason doesn't matter as much as the truth that underlies it. They return because your silence reminded them of your value. They return because your absence made your presence unforgettable. They return because the version of you who chose yourself over chasing them is far more powerful than the version who once waited. When you practice no contact, you are not punishing him. You are protecting yourself. You are not being cold. You are being courageous. You are not creating distance to spark longing. You are creating distance to heal, to grow, to reclaim your energy. And paradoxically, that is what makes him long for you. Men are drawn to strength, to independence, to the kind of quiet confidence that does not beg for approval. They are intrigued by women who refuse to compromise their dignity for fleeting attention. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop caring, the moment you stop reaching, the moment you finally say, "I deserve better," suddenly the phone rings. Suddenly the messages arrive. Suddenly the same man who went silent wants to know how you're doing. That is not coincidence. That is the power of no contact. That is the magnetism of self-respect. But remember, his return is not the victory. The victory is that you no longer needed it. The victory is that you stood in your silence long enough to realize your worth was never dependent on his recognition. The victory is that you learned to live, to thrive, to glow without him. And in doing so, you became someone impossible to ignore. Men return after no contact because they sense a truth they cannot deny. You are not just another chapter in their story. You are the one who shifted the plot. You are the one who left a mark so deep that distance could not erase it. And when they realize that, they come back, not because you reached for them, but because you stood so firmly in your power that they had no choice but to remember who you are. He comes back because absence changes perspective. In the heat of the moment when he walked away, he may have believed that freedom meant happiness. He may have convinced himself that leaving meant clarity. But over time, he realizes that freedom without depth is hollow, that distance without growth is empty, and that the comfort of being understood is not something easily found in another. He remembers the way you listened without judgment, the way you believed in him when even he doubted himself, the way you could see through the walls he built and touch the part of him that was still raw, still vulnerable, still human. That memory becomes an ache, and that ache pushes him back toward you. The silence becomes unbearable for him. He checks his phone late at night, expecting a message that never comes. He scrolls through old conversations, wondering how he let something so real slip through his fingers. He watches your life from a distance, noticing how you keep moving forward, how you keep shining, how you keep thriving without him. And while he may not admit it to anyone, he begins to crave the comfort of your presence again. Men return after no contact because silence forces them to confront their own actions, their own choices, their own mistakes. But more than that, silence reintroduces mystery. When you were always available, always explaining, always waiting, he thought he knew you. He thought you were predictable. But when you step away, when you build boundaries, when you no longer feed his ego, he realizes he doesn't know what you're thinking, he doesn't know what you're doing, he doesn't know if someone else is now the reason behind your smile. That mystery stirs his curiosity, it unsettles his pride, it makes him want to reclaim the space he once abandoned. And let's be honest, men are wired to pursue what feels out of reach. When you chase, they run. When you pull, they resist. But when you step back, when you refuse to chase, suddenly you become the very thing they desire again. It's not a game, it's a truth about human behavior. People often don't value what is always in front of them. They value what they fear losing. And nothing teaches loss like silence. Nothing drives respect like distance. But here's the deeper truth. The reason men return is not just about you. It's about the man he becomes in your absence. Sometimes he leaves because he doesn't know who he is, because he is battling insecurities, because he is running from himself. And when you step away, when you stop carrying him emotionally, he is forced to face his own reflection. And maybe he realizes he took you for granted. Maybe he recognizes that he wasn't ready for the love you offered. Maybe he begins to see that walking away from you was walking away from the best version of himself. And in that realization, he feels the pull to return. But your strength in silence matters even more here. Because if you had chased him, if you had begged for his presence, he would have never had the chance to learn. He would have never had the opportunity to feel your absence. He would have never had to sit with his own emptiness. And without that, his return would have been shallow, temporary, without growth. By holding your ground, by choosing yourself, you gave him the space to discover the truth. Men return after no contact because the energy you carry shifts. When you are no longer consumed by heartbreak, when you no longer revolve your life around him, you begin to glow differently. You invest in yourself. You rebuild your confidence. You focus on your goals. You nourish your body, your mind, your spirit. And that energy is magnetic. People notice it. Strangers notice it. Friends notice it. And yes, he notices it too. He begins to see you not as the woman who once waited, but as the woman who is thriving without him. That realization makes him question his choices. That transformation pulls him back. And while he may never say it out loud, what he truly feels is this. He misses the way you made him feel about himself. He misses the version of him that only existed in your presence. Because you didn't just give love, you gave belief, encouragement, inspiration. And when he walks away, he loses not only you, but that version of himself too. That is why he finds his way back. Because in his heart, he knows he may never feel that again with anyone else. But there is something more powerful here. Men return after no contact because silence teaches them that you are not afraid to lose them. And that is terrifying. For a man who once believed he had control, who once believed you would always be available, that realization shakes him to his core. It forces him to see you not as someone dependent, but as someone strong, someone who chooses love freely, but never clings out of fear. That kind of strength is irresistible. That kind of independence is unforgettable. And let's not forget the role of time. Time changes perception. The things he once found trivial about you suddenly become the very things he misses most. The way you cared when no one else did. The small details you remembered. The comfort of your presence on his worst days. In the noise of the world, in the company of others, he realizes that those things cannot be easily replaced. Time magnifies what was real and exposes what was shallow. And in that clarity, he feels the urge to return to where the depth was, to where the authenticity lived, to where the connection was undeniable. No contact is not about waiting for him to come back. It's about choosing to move forward whether he returns or not. But ironically, it is that very choice that makes him return. Because men respect what respects itself. They are drawn to what refuses to compromise. They are captivated by what stands tall in silence. And in your quiet strength, he sees the kind of power that makes him want to come closer again. So when he does return, it's not because of pity. It's not because of obligation. It's not because you begged or pleaded. He comes back because silence became louder than words, because absence became sharper than presence, because the version of you that rose from heartbreak is far more powerful than the version who once accepted less than she deserved. And when he does return, it's because deep down he realizes that no matter how far he wandered, no matter how much he tried to replace what you gave him, no one else could replicate the fire you carried, the love you embodied, the strength you held. He returns because silence taught him what words never could. Hat, you were never his possession, you were always his privilege. And when privilege is lost, it has a way of calling a man back again and again. He returns because in the quiet of his own mind, he starts to realize that what he walked away from was not just another relationship. It was a rare bond. The kind of connection that doesn't come around often. The kind that lingers in the soul long after the physical presence has gone. He feels it when he wakes up and reaches for his phone but doesn't see your name. He feels it when he achieves something small and instinctively wants to share it with you, only to be met with silence. He feels it when life gets heavy, when the world gets unkind, and suddenly he remembers the comfort of your support, the gentleness of your encouragement, the way you carried both strength and compassion in the same breath. That's when it dawns on him. What he left behind is not something he can easily replace. He begins to compare. He meets new people, has new conversations, and maybe even tries to distract himself with temporary connections. But comparison becomes his enemy. Because no matter how hard he tries to move on, little things keep bringing him back to you. A song on the radio, a scent that reminds him of you, a phrase someone else says that echoes your voice. These moments don't let him escape. They remind him that while other people might exist in his world, none of them carry the same depth. None of them touch the same parts of him that you once did. And in those comparisons, he realizes the value of what he lost. What draws him back most is the unshakable reality that you didn't wait. You didn't pause your life, sitting in sorrow, hoping he'd change his mind. Instead, you moved forward. You invested in yourself. You built something stronger out of the pain. He sees you thriving, sees you growing, sees you evolving into someone who doesn't just survive without him but flourishes. And that image is both humbling and magnetic. It makes him want to return, not just to be with you, but to experience again the energy of someone who refuses to be broken. And here is something men rarely say out loud. Leaving can be an illusion of control. In his mind, walking away might have been a statement of independence, a declaration of choice. But when he sees you doing just fine without him, that illusion shatters. Because true control is not in leaving. It's in staying, in building, in showing up. He realizes he didn't demonstrate strength by walking away. He revealed weakness, and the strength he thought he had, he sees it now in you. That's when the desire to return becomes stronger than his pride. In your silence, you teach him a lesson he could not learn any other way. You teach him that love is not about chasing. It is not about lowering yourself to prove you are worthy of being chosen. Love is about knowing your worth so deeply that you never have to beg for it. And once he sees that you embody that truth, once he feels the weight of your absence, he is drawn back. Because men are not only attracted to beauty, they are attracted to dignity. They are not only drawn to kindness, but to boundaries. They are not only inspired by passion, but by self-respect. He returns because silence forced him to re-examine the story he told himself about you. Maybe he thought you would always be there waiting for him. Maybe he convinced himself that you needed him more than he needed you. But when you cut the thread of contact, that narrative collapses. He is forced to see that it was never dependence, it was choice. You chose him once, but you can choose differently. And that realization terrifies him because it means he is not as replaceable in your life as he hoped you were in his. And here's the irony. Your absence often reveals to him his own. He sees that while you were present in ways he didn't always appreciate, he was absent in ways he never admitted. He was as absent in consistency, in effort, in communication. And now, with the silence surrounding him, he feels the weight of that absence. It gnaws at him. It forces him to acknowledge that he took for granted what he should have cherished. And when regret mixes with longing, returning feels like the only option. But beyond all of this, he comes back because deep down, he wants another chance at the version of himself he was when he was with you. You believed in him when no one else did. You made him feel capable when his doubts consumed him. You showed him a reflection of himself that was stronger, better, more resilient. Without you, he struggles to see that version. And so he returns, not just for you, but for the man he was in your presence. Because you weren't just love, you were also growth. You were also inspiration. You were also the safe space where his potential felt possible. Sometimes men return after no contact because they finally see that walking away didn't fix anything. It just created a new problem. The problem of emptiness, of regret, of longing. They discover that silence is heavier than conflict, that distance is lonelier than arguments, and that losing someone like you is far more painful than staying to face the challenges of love. And when they realize this, pride takes a back seat. The need to return overpowers the fear of rejection. And in that moment, when they reach back toward you, it's not just about rekindling what was lost. It's about acknowledging what was always there. The strength of your presence, the power of your silence, the dignity of your choice to rise instead of chase. That is why men return after no contact, because they are drawn not to weakness, not to desperation, but to strength. And in you they see a strength that both humbles and inspires them. They return because they recognize that love, real love, is not about who it's the longest or who fights the hardest to hold on. It is about mutual respect, about shared growth, about valuing what you have before it slips away. And when the silence forces them to see that, when the distance forces them to feel it, they come back. Not because you needed them to, but because they finally needed you. They come back because the silence becomes a mirror. It reflects not only what they lost, but also what they failed to give. It forces them to examine all the moments when you showed up with your heart wide open, while they arrived with half measures. It forces them to see how often you chose patience, understanding and forgiveness, while they chose distance, ego or distraction. And when those realizations settle in, they sting, because regret has a way of rewriting memory. What they once dismissed now becomes sacred. What they once overlooked now becomes unforgettable. And what they once believed would always remain available now feels fragile, rare, and at risk of being gone forever. They return because your silence makes them realize the weight of your presence. Presence is something most people take for granted until it is removed. Your presence was more than just physical. It was emotional, spiritual, energetic. You carried light into his darkest days. You were the balance when his world was in chaos. You were the comfort when the noise outside grew too loud. Without that, life feels colder. Without that, victories feel emptier. Without that, he begins to notice a hollowness in even the best moments. And that emptiness gnaws at him, pushing him toward the very source of warmth he once walked away from. He returns because silence forces him to face truths he once avoided. When he left, he may have told himself stories to justify his decision, that you were too much, that you were too demanding, that he needed space. But silence dismantles those illusions. It shows him that it wasn't you being too much, it was him being too little. It wasn't you demanding too much, it was him giving too little. It wasn't that he needed space, it was that he wasn't ready to meet the level of love you offered. And when the excuses fade, what remains is truth. And truth is powerful enough to send him back. Men return after no contact because in that silence, the ego begins to dissolve. Pride can carry someone out the door, but pride cannot fill the loneliness of an empty bed, the silence of unanswered questions, or the ache of memories replaying at night. Pride cannot replace the sound of your laugh, the gentleness of your touch, the steadiness of your loyalty. Pride might delay his return, but it cannot erase the pull of what was real. And when pride loses its grip, the desire to return takes its place. But there's another layer to this. Men return because silence reminds them that love is not owed, it is earned. They begin to realize that your heart is not a guarantee, that your affection is not a permanent fixture, that your patience is not limitless. They realize that the space you gave was not for them to wander without consequence, but for you to reclaim yourself without hesitation. And when they see that, they return because they know they are in danger of being replaced, not by someone else, but by your higher self, by the version of you that no longer needs them, that no longer waits for them, that no longer allows them to take without giving. They come back because time magnifies the truth. In the beginning, the silence feels like relief to them, freedom, a break from accountability. But as weeks pass, that freedom turns into emptiness. The noise of new experiences quiets down. The excitement of distraction wears off. And in that stillness, the truth of what they lost grows louder. Time transforms absence into longing, and longing transforms into action. That action often comes in the form of reaching back, testing the waters, hoping that, despite the silence, the door has not fully closed. They return because silence is unforgettable. It's different from anger, different from arguments, different from messy breakups. Silence lingers. Silence is graceful. And grace is powerful. You didn't need to scream to be heard. You didn't need to plead to make a point. Your absence became the loudest statement you could ever make. And that kind of quiet strength doesn't just fade into memory. It imprints itself on his soul. But most importantly, they come back because silence makes them remember not just what you did for them, but who you are without them. They see your independence, they see your resilience, they see your ability to carry yourself with dignity, even in pain. And that image is unforgettable, because deep down, every man knows that strength wrapped in grace is the most magnetic energy in the world. They may try to find it elsewhere, but when they realize they already had it and let it go, the pull to return becomes undeniable. Sometimes men return after